Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining me for another one of Hoggie's beer reviews. And today I'm doing something different and something new, because this is a style that I've been wanting to try for quite some time. That style is a Belgian IPA, and today's beer is the Wild Devil Ale from Victory Brewing. Now this is a Belgian IPA, and a Belgian IPA is kind of a new style. It doesn't really have set guidelines. It's still kind of being developed. Basically, the idea is Belgian yeast and American hops. Belgian brewers have been doing more and more of these kind of beers lately using American hops, and American breweries have been making hoppy American ales using Belgian yeast, hence the Belgian IPA. In this case, this is using wild yeast. It's basically a specific strain of Belgian yeast that is considered wild. These beers are bottle conditioned, which means yeast is put in with the beer and it keeps fermenting in the bottle as it's shipped along its merry way. So this is very much like their Hop Devil, Victory's IPA, which sadly I haven't tried yet, but of course using German malts, whole flower American hops, and Belgian yeast. Now Victory's from Pennsylvania. I have had their Golden Monkey, which is a Belgian ale. I tried that on tap once, but this is going to be my first real taste of a beer from Victory Brewing. Just punching this up on Beer Advocate right quick. This is the Wild Devil from Victory. It's categorized as a Belgian IPA at 6.7 ABV. Now, this beer came to me by way of Barry from Barry's Beer Reviews. His username on here is T-Salt. I'm going to put his link up here. Barry and I did a trade a while back, and he sent me, along with a couple other beers, he sent me this. Victory beers are sold in my area, but only the Primo Pils, Hop Devil, and Golden Monkey. The Bombers are not available to me, and this is something that I had been wanting to try. I'm not a huge fan of Belgian ales, but I want to see how that yeast character and that style of beer goes with American hops. So this should be cool. And y'all know I love IPAs, so if it's a hoppy beer, I'll probably love it regardless. But anyways, usually for IPAs, I break out the IPA goblet, but this being a Belgian brew or Belgian style ale, I figured I'd get a little classy and break out my Holy Mackerel goblet from Holy Mackerel Florida Beers, Florida Brewery. And, let's just get right to it. Now this has got, as you can see, take a look at that. It's got the cork, it's got the little cage. So let's carefully take off the cage here. And it's got a cork. I want to be careful because I don't want it to fly out. And I don't want to... Woo! Wow! It's like champagne. Look at that. Smoky as all hell. That surprised me. I didn't expect that kind of a pop. Yeah, alright. That's cool stuff, though. Alright. And it's still smoking, too. Nice bottle. Big, thick lip there. Alright, let's get right to this. Ooh. Wow, look at that. I barely poured it. And look at all that head. So I'm going to have to go real slow here. Now, I had it out the fridge for about 15 minutes. It's warmed a bit. When the beer warms up, it's always likely to give a little more head. Oh, man. It's going to be a while before I drink this. Look at that. Let's take a look at that. That is a nice color, though. It's cloudy as hell. Some active carbonation, but I cannot see through that. But it is a nice orange amber color. And that is just some thick, fluffy, frothy head. Oh wow, that is an interesting smell. Because you get those fruity smells from the Belgian yeast. Banana and clove, dark fruits. But then you also get the hops. And you get you get citrus. There's some strong citrus in there. And a grassy floral character as well. That is interesting. Smells like a combination of like pine trees in the produce section. It is inviting though, and it smells refreshing. Dates. Definite banana. Starfruit. Yeah, that smells good, but you know what? I've been waiting to try this for a long time, so I'm just drinking. Cheers. And Barry, thank you. Oh, wow. For starters, the head kind of hits you, and it's almost like a champagne-like effervescence. It's not your typical carbonation. It's really effervescent, and you notice that right away. Next thing you get is the bite of the hops. That's your American hops for you. Hits you right up front. It bites, and you feel that bitterness, almost resinous bitterness, right away. But it has almost an apple-like smell and taste to it, and it's very champagne-like. It's very surprising, very cider-like. But it is dry. And the finish is very dry and bitter. You get some sweetness from the malt body. You get a little more fruity, your banana and your dates and your dark fruit. You get a bit of that across the body as well. Then you get this dry finish, and even though you do get a bit of resinous hop oil in the aftertaste, there's not a lot of it. It's not overpowering, and it's still very dry. Very dry. This is a good beer. I mean, this is something that and I got a lot of it here. This is something that I'm going to be able to sit and enjoy. This is a sipper though. If you're like me and you like IPAs because they're refreshing, after working outside or just after a long day's work, come home and have a refreshing, bitter beer, that's how I like to look at it, then this may not exactly be what you want. This is something that you can kind of sit and savor. It's not, it's refreshing to an extent, but it's so dry. And it's so complex that this is not a beer you want to drink fast just because you're thirsty. Again, at, 6.7 ABV, you can drink this and it won't do you too much damage. But this is something different and something special. This is not your run-of-the-mill Belgian ale, and this is not your run-of-the-mill IPA. And I think it's something that fans of both of those styles should try. It's complex. It's truly a cross between an IPA and a Belgian ale, golden ale, with a sprinkle of champagne, because that hint of apple, that effervescence, and then just the complexities of the German malts, the Belgian yeast, the American hops. It's just one hell of a package. I'm going to look forward to trying more beers in this style because this is interesting as hell. I like this. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this bottle. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Stay tuned. I got a lot more reviews coming. I'm going to start dropping these more often because I got too many beers to get through. And of course, check me out on Twitter. Twitter.com/HoggiesBeer. I'll keep you posted on the new uploads and the new posts to the blog and all that stuff. So just stay tuned, man. There's a lot more coming. Thanks for watching. Barry, thanks for the beer. And to everybody out there, cheers.